Welcome. Greetings from the beautiful island of Bali in Indonesia. I come back after a long period not having been much online, and today is the 13th of July. It's full moon in Capricorn, and I decided to birth a little regular YouTube event, which I want to call the Love Coach Full Moon Q&A, and really speaking about the energies and also answering 3 current questions that sit in the ether asked by people who call me up or have discovery calls and want to find out how they can change their love lives or something that sits really in people's mind and heart. And usually it's a bit of a collective energy around that. And I just want to really go into that and make it available for everybody to receive this answer. So, but before we do that, I just draw 2 cards from the beautiful Queen of the Moon Oracle set. And it's very interesting, the 2 cards that jumped out without me even really shuffling much, that just fell out. Number 1 was assessing, and number 2, the void. And I think this is a wonderful opening for a short conversation about different things that's going on for people at this time of their evolution. I want to start with the younger generation because I'm mother of 3 children in the age between 21 and 26, almost 27. And it happens very, very frequently that their friends come to talk to me, and I go on events or parties or dinners, and they approach me and ask me questions. And usually it ends up being a very, very deep conversation because the coach I am and the love coach and relationship expert I am meant to be is never superficial in my answerings. But today I want to really bring it straight to the point. I'm often asked by the younger crowd how they can create a relationship that is truly meaningful when there's so much out there that is offered to them. You know, there is the online dating, there is a way of being in relationships in that age group between, let's late teens and 28 to 30 years. So there is a real need for differentiation. That's a big word I want to drop in when we're talking about the generation in their 20s and making valuable and really meaningful decisions about their love lives. And if you are part of this age group, then my message to you is be really, really clear and don't settle for something less. Don't settle for the experience that feels exciting and desirable and almost, tempting and, full of passion in the moment, when it could have consequences for your life and for your, for your future that are incredibly crucial. And I don't want to give examples of girls sleeping with men and then becoming pregnant and having to marry someone they don't love, or, telling other stories of young men who have wonderful opportunities to go in the world and find themselves and creating a professional future for themselves. But at home sits a girlfriend that is jealous and says, no, don't go. And then someone makes a decision not to go. So it's really important that in your age group, you be very, very clear what's most important for you and how you can differentiate these layers. And as John Gray, my mentor and our Mars Venus author, is sharing with us and sharing with the whole globe, men and women between 21 and 28 really need to find themselves first before they're making decisions or make decisions that could be very, very limiting and hindering for a much more flourishing and successful future in every area of your life, right? The second question I'm asked very, very often is, why can we not do a retreat in a place that is not in Bali? So I do run retreats in New Zealand. I do them usually on Waiheke Island at Valentine's. And it's a wonderful opportunity to connect with friends and clients and former clients to come back and spend quality time. It's usually 4 days and it's in Palm Beach, and I have a particular venue there I use since several years, and the last 1 or 2 years we couldn't run the retreat simply because of COVID-19. Now I'm back in Bali and I promote my wonderful events in Bali. And if you receive my newsletter and if you look into my website, then you will see that there are various events offered. Also, I have a second business here in Bali that has a name Mars Venus Coaching Bali that is solely promoting smaller events and speed dating and social events for singles and couples. So what's really, really the magic of coming to Bali is, and in comparison to doing a retreat in New Zealand, that is always beautiful. But Bali has this additional upgrade, this magic where we can get together and have not just the coaching experience and the healing and the transformational experience in the circle of people attending, but it's the atmosphere, it's the energy, it's the greater environment that helps us to have a much more expanded and almost transcending, ascending experience. So the wonderful thing is that we can, include yoga and qigong, and I have my friend Stephanie Khan coming with me this year teaching Tango meditation. Now I will speak about Tango in a moment because that will be the third question. Why Tango? But to finish this, we have amazing venues where we gather and where we have wonderful experiences. And while I'm speaking now, we will drop a few website links and also a few photos of those venues where I perform my retreats and my mini retreats and my day events here in Bali, so that you get an expression or impression while I speak to how this could look like when you actually take the leap and book a ticket and come here for a while and do something really valuable for yourself, for your own life, for your own transformation in your love life, and ultimately as a spiritual, purposeful being. Yeah, now, why Tango? Why would I decide, including Tango meditation into a love coach retreat? So we are offering Tango, twin flames, and transformation. Now, the twin flame phrase is not so much used in my coaching because it's a terminology that stands for something that has been used a lot. And twin flame energy is the energy between two partners who find a karmic call, a reasoning to come together and sort out and live together experiences and lessons for their higher evolution. Now, these experiences are not always comfortable or easy or, how we say, effortless. They can be painful, they can be very, very charismatic, and they can be very, very transformational in the sense that we are facing our own inner demons and need to want the change. We need to want, in order to stay in relationship with a twin flame, we need to be able to see the part in us that wants transformation and then move into a space of recreation and reformation of a relationship that hopefully can last beyond 3, 4, 5 years or only a few months, while all this inner work and this external couple work is going on. So a wonderful experience Tango gives here is that you find connection. The movement in a very turmoil time, finding your inner self and creating the transformation while you are in relationship with a partner overseas, or the partner comes with you or not. It doesn't matter whether you're single or in a relationship right now. It's really about the ability to feel that part in you that opens up to something deeper. And I dance tango since several years, and it's my greatest hobby. And as much I'm not a very good dancer, I am a dancer who is sincere about expressing myself on the dance floor in a way that honors the partners I dance with. And I think that's ultimately what tango is about, because in Argentina, when we look men and women in all age categories are dancing, and particularly elder couples find a huge sense of comfort and reconnecting energy in doing this on a regular basis when life is busy and when there's very little enjoyment around. But a nice night of tango or a tango lesson that helps us to find connection with the polarity of another being that is willing to make space for us to feel this connection is very, very magical. And it can open up a young lover or an unhealed lover or a person who has not been in relationship for a while to the simple energetic framework without having to be romantic or sensual or even sexual in the energy, because that's not what's happening when we dance tango. We dance tango between two hearts, but usually with a huge reverence and a sense of respect towards the other person, because with many people we dance, we have no relationships in a more personal way. And if we have so, then that's another thing to explore, because here is the opportunity to use tango as something that refines couples relationships, that helps two people to see, you know, where's the space, where can someone lead, where can someone follow, and what is happening when these two energies operate. Okay, so we have two of these wonderful retreats this year, from the 20th to the 27th of August, and another one is planned between the 5th and the 13th of November. So this is almost a week, and it will be held in two venues. So we will be in the north of Bali, but also gather for the beginning and the end of the retreat in the south of Bali in Seminyak. And the venues are very, very beautiful venues, 4 to 4.5 star, almost 5-star venues, which we have chosen. And they're all waterfront, and the whole happening is really very, very nature bound. And the dancing and the moving, we have Qigong teachers, we have meditation, we have group work, we have individual coaching with me, and last not least, an amazing abundance of wonderful healthy food, you know, whatever your heart desires and whatever your nutritional needs are, we're happy to cover and support you in having, you know, the experience you want, also being nourished with the food you really like and deserve. And now I will finish our Q&A for this full moon in Capricorn, 13th July 2022, with a big blessing and full moon blessing, and a big thank you from Bali to all of you listening, to all my clients, my friends, my colleagues, and the community overall. And let's see, it's another of these interesting cards. It's hunger. And yes, it's the full moon. And there is a hunger for something happening in or existing in many of us at the moment. There's a hunger for something bigger, something greater, for something that we want to find within ourselves in order to express it to a much greater scale of people and those we relate to. So I'm called to draw one more card and then to close the meeting. If there's any questions around coaching, I give 30-minute discovery sessions for free. You can go on my website, lovecoach.co.nz. We have it down in the description box. That gives you an opportunity to really ask those questions I just began to answer, because people usually look on my website and see what I'm offering. And Bali is a huge component. I have almost my life and my work dedicated to being in Bali full time, except the travels I do back to New Zealand and Australia and other places during the year. And the last card, this is coming up, and I'm so happy about that, is gratitude. And that really expresses my feeling and my heartfelt appreciation to you, to the world around us, and to the spiritual world that supports us in very, very, very challenging and vulnerable times. So I wish you an amazing month. Reach out, take, the time to explore whether one of our events or retreats is for you, whether it may be online. We have another beautiful monthly new moon meeting called Bless, Pray, Love, between the astrologer Francis Evans, the wonderful quantum healer Greg Lyle, and myself. And we have a Bali healer supporting the beginning and the end of the meeting with a wonderful blessing ceremony that comes very traditionally and very, very, purposefully directly from Bali to all over the world. And you can express your wishes and your prayers for healing, and you can speak about the energetics of that very moment of time, what's coming up for you, while we have astrological and quantum healing and love coach references to support you to integrate your own inner pathway to, I want to say, your greater relationship healing and finding what's right for you in this very time of your life. Okay. I thank you with all my heart. Be blessed, be happy, be healthy, be you, and we'll see you for this Q&A, full moon Q&A in 4 weeks' time. All the best. Namaste.